What's this crap?
Superhero kid of 1985, I showed no mercy. I was always Cobra Kai, but I caught a crane kick to the face.
Well, finally, I have been waiting almost an entire long while to post a Christmas video, and this is going to be my first video starting, I guess, before December even takes place, but it's after Thanksgiving, so I'm starting early. I'm going to be like those crazy assholes that hang their decorations up at the 1st of November. Well, I might be one of those crazy assholes. Anyway, I'm going to do my top 12 favorite Christmas specials. Now, I will include movies on here along with specials of TV shows because it's fucking Christmas. I love Christmas. Maybe not as much as the Nostalgia Critic, but I still love it to this day. And here is my 12 list or favorite things of Christmas that I plan to share with you all. I hope you all enjoy, and let's get started and let's start listing this shit. Let's go.
Hey! Jingle bells, Batman smelt, Robin laid an egg. The Batmobile lost the wheel, and the Joker got away.
Number 12 is Christmas with the Joker. And honestly, this one is a bit on the stupid side of Batman the Animated Series, but I don't care. I love this one, and I try to make a point to watch it every year. Mark Hamill is just having a hell of a time. It's our pretty much first appearance with the Joker, and I think this was when they had to have Mark Hamill dub over all of Tim Curry's lines, but still, it's just a lot of fun here. You can tell that Mark Hamill is just having a hell of a time, and it's a fucking Christmas special. I mean, come on, everyone. How can you go wrong with a fantastic fucking Christmas special? And, well, I don't know. You just really can't. Basically, the Joker kidnaps the Commissioner, Harvey Bullock, and I don't know who this girl is, but she's someone, I forget her name, I'm sorry. I don't watch animated series as much as I should, or as much as I used to, since better Batman stuff has come out. But I'm going to give you guys a little spoiler. This isn't going to be the only Batman-related item on the list. Anyhow, Joker kidnaps these three. Batman is going through all his twists and turns as Joker runs a reality show of them and Batman trying to get through all the fucking obstacles through the reality show. It's just wonderful. I really love this special, and it's actually pretty funny. Batman gets so fucking pissed off with Joker several times throughout the run of this episode, but you can't help but love it, and it's just one of those special Christmas warm feelings. Why Robin is here, I have no idea. He really doesn't do much to this. And yeah, I would be lying if I said that I didn't like his inclusion, though. I mean, he's pretty fun here. It's a funny, keep it in the spirit Christmas with a bunch of Batman darkness. And like I said, this won't be the only one on the list. Let's move on to number 11.
He can't hurt you. Oh, God, the pain!
Ho, ho, ho! Time to get jolly on your naughty asses. Ho!
11 is Xmas Story from Futurama. And what difference could this one be but an even darker Christmas episode that I try to watch every year? This one is fan-freaking-tastic, and I just love the fact that John Goodman plays the evil robot Santa. Basically, Fry is trying to get a gift for Leela, who turns out that Fry has no family left in the future. Leela doesn't know who her family is at this point, and she's basically alone every Christmas. It's more of Fry trying to not be a douche throughout this run, and it's really nice and warm setting. But what really sets the mood is the robot Santa, how everyone fears him, and they have to lock their doors to keep him out of their house. Basically, you want to keep Santa in normally, but they make Santa a psychotic machine-killing machine. I love it. Every scene that he's in, he just steals it. And John Goodman is probably the perfect voice choice to play Santa Claus. Honestly, you can't go wrong here, and it is worth at least one look. If you haven't seen it, I recommend giving it a shot.
I'm a Jew, a lonely Jew, on Christmas.
Mr. Hanky the Christmas Pooh is basically the best Christmas special out of South Park. I like it more than, well, I guess I could say the Woodland Critter Christmas special because, well, I found the Woodland Critter Christmas special really fucking disgusting. I don't think the whole abortion thing and shit like that really rings Christmassy to me. And I know YouTubers like the Nostalgia Critic, Phantom Strider, and even one of the recent YouTubers that I discovered, I can't remember his name, he does a lot of South Park reviews, really likes this episode, Woodland Critters Christmas. Me, I hate it. I think their first Christmas special was able to get it right the very first freaking time. And it just shows here, basically Stan can't celebrate Christmas because he's Jewish and everybody pretty much shuns him. And he's basically the only Jewish family in South Park at this time. And you feel his pain, like, really bad, because as being someone that does celebrate Christmas, it would kind of suck to not get to actually celebrate it or do anything interesting like that. But I will say that the writing is so well done here, especially the scenes where Kyle starts seeing Mr. Hanky the Christmas poo, and people are thinking he's just carrying around a giant turd or whatever, and it's just fantastic. I think another Christmas special that was well done was also the Saving Santa Claus from the Iraq Christmas special list. That was fucking hilarious. If you haven't seen it yet, give it a shot. It's well worth the time and effort put in. It's a season 1 episode, so you know my love boner for season 1 is just gonna be there. I'm sorry, but it is. Anyhow, I hope you guys enjoy it. I know I did. Just give it a shot if you haven't seen it yet, or if you didn't like it the first time, maybe give it another one. Let's move on to the next one.
That's me.
Yeah. What a dumbass.
Alright, Beavis and Butthead Do Christmas is one that I found when I was a teenager, when they re-aired it on MTV a few years after Beavis and Butthead was canceled, and I just fell in love with this one. I still have some of the old commercials from the TV rip from MTV, and it's just fucking awesome. Basically, it's just 3 separate stories, while Santa Butthead reads letters from real-life kids that actually sent him letters. They had a thing going on. Why did Beavis and Butthead keep showing up on my list? I don't know. The first story is about Scrooge. The second one is It's a Wonderful Life. And the third one is just friggin' awesome. I don't know. They are all great stories in their own right, and I just love each one of them. But my favorite segments are the Santa Butthead segments where he's just reading letters. I mean, there's a kid named Boner in there. And it's Butthead's like, your dad named you Boner, so that must mean he's pretty cool, dude. Sorry, I as you guys can tell, I'm a big Beavis and Butthead fan. I mean, I have them in my intro. I've had their Halloween special on here, and then I have ranked number 1 for their Thanksgiving special. So you know I'm going to have a spot for the Christmas special. They actually did 2 Christmas specials. One is full of music videos where they just sit by the Yuletide log and they just talk about the Yuletide log and Christmas songs and shit. This one is more of a cohesive story, and it's stupid, but it's enjoyable at the same time, kind of stupid. It's just fucking great. The laughs do not stop coming here. And my favorite story is probably the Ebenezer Scrooge one. A lot of these are just so freaking well done. I love each segment. I love the in-between segments and the music videos that they do. It's just great. If you haven't seen this one, I would highly recommend checking it out. It is just a fun watch the whole way through. It's like the best 30 minutes ever. If you can find it, say, on the King Turd collection, I would recommend watching it that way because they have all the old music videos that they saved throughout the episode in there. If you find it on a regular DVD or the average DVD or whatever, yeah, you're not gonna find it, and you're probably not gonna like it because they took a lot of good stuff and extra features out. This one is just well worth the time. Give it a shot. I love it. Let's move on.
That guy ever wiped his ass with the wrong hand?
Yes.
Okay. Some of you guys may notice that I have a slight moment in life where I have a taste for trash. Look at last year. I'm just kidding. Anyhow, I like 8 Crazy Nights. I love it, actually, and I don't know why. I have a childhood with this movie. I used to watch it when it aired on Comedy Central all the time. I don't know. It's basically a Hanukkah film, but it takes place during Christmas, and they mention Christmas throughout, so I'm counting it as a Christmas film. That's what I'm going to do, and it is just Adam Sandler's immature, dumbass, idiotic behavior through the entire movie. Beautiful animation, great stick-out voice acting, random as hell. It's like if Family Guy got a 2-hour movie and they had Adam Sandler guest star in it. That's basically what this special is, and this actually got a fucking theatrical release. There is just so many annoying scenes in it, like Whitey. Oh my god, Whitey is just... Okay, I'll break it down to the story here. The story is about Adam Sandler loses his house. He's a convicted felon, and he is released to the custody of Whitey, the gym teacher, and it's just random. That's basically it. I mainly watched this movie not for its deep-rooted story, but for its catchy-as-hell music, and for just the funny-as-hell scenes and the random moments. The music is really at the heart. Adam Sandler has such a beautiful singing voice. I love the opening song that he sings. I love that he decided to make this a musical, which I think a lot of the tracks that were written for 8 Crazy Nights were songs first, and they had to put a movie around that. Whitey was a character that he invented just for the sake to have an old man. And I know Whitey's voice is annoying as hell, but I don't know. I get a kind of a laugh out of it. I mean, I just love, you got any rocks and soda there? I mean, I don't know where the hell he came up for it. Eleanor, however, sounds like a old lady Jewish stereotype, and the way he plays it off is just friggin' hilarious. Hey, you're soaking the carpet. I know this is a shit film. I know it's god-awful, but I watch it every year, and I'm sorry. I love this shit film. It's the only guilty pleasure really on this list. That's not a Christmas classic. That has been panned by critics. Give it a rewatch if you ever are in the mood. Let's move on.
This man thinks he is Santa Claus, and you keep him in a cell with regular, ordinary, everyday, harmless criminals?
Excuse me, but he really is Santa Claus.
Yeah. One is a Christmas classic in my opinion because it has the greatest film Santa Claus I have ever seen. Ernest Saves Christmas is just great. I have an affinity for the Ernest movies. I really love them. My favorite being Ernest Goes to Jail. And this one is just fantastic. Santa Claus himself wants to come down and pass the torch along to the next candidate for Santa Claus. However, people think he's just a crazy old man and don't believe in Santa. Ernest somehow gets in there and tries to help the poor guy, and it's just a comedic story, but I can't help but love this one. The performance that the actor that plays Santa gives is just nothing short of spectacular. I mean, Douglas Seal, the voice of the Sultan from Aladdin, he just captures everything that you would love about Santa Claus. Everything. He is just, I don't know, I think the voice just fits him perfectly. The fact that he just loves the song. He has a great connection with kids right off from the start. And I don't know, he just captures Santa Claus in such an excellent way. He is the best Santa Claus on film to date. There is always going to be a good Santa Claus in a movie or whatever, but I don't think anyone could ever top Douglas Seal's performance here, and he is just perfect, in my opinion. He's fantastic. Ernest does a pretty good job relating with the Santa Claus and everything, but to me, this story is Santa's, and I watch it every year. I watch it every year, at least 3 times, because my little sister loves it. My grandfather loves it, and I just have to watch it with them, make time and watch it with them every year. And it's just fantastic. That's all I'm going to say. It's one of those experiences with movies that you really know that is in your childhood for a reason. But if an actor can save a film, even though I know this one isn't the best film in the world or whatever, it just shows a good job. The writing, everything just fits here. I love Douglas Seal as Santa Claus, and he steals the entire film. So, yeah, this one is worthy of the spot that it gets, and I will gladly say that I watch it every Christmas, proudly.
Naughty or nice?
We going from the best good Santa, let's talk about the best evil Santa Claus. Fucking Tales from the Crypt all through the house. Oh, this one is just a every year gotta watch all the time thing, because I just love how dark this is. A woman kills her husband for the insurance money, and then a evil Santa that escaped from a mental hospital goes in, tries to stalk her. She can't call the cops because they'll know that she killed her husband. And basically it's her trying to stay alive from Santa Claus through the entire run of the episode. It's a short episode, and it's kind of like Silent Night, Deadly Nights, if you really cut out all the filler and shit. I just love it. And the performance that the actor gave as Santa Claus was fucking amazingly over the top. Oh, God. And the atmosphere feels very Christmas. Now, originally, this was in the original 1974 Tales from the Crypt movie, which is a different story with different actors, and it's just so well done. I mean, the horror elements and everything going on here is just epic. Yeah, I'm going into a really dark territory with Tales from the Crypt, but I can't help it. This one was awesome. That's all I'm going to say. It was definitely worth a watch. If you haven't seen this Tales from the Crypt episode, I highly recommend looking it up and giving it a watch. It's on YouTube. Wink, wink. Give it a watch. It's season 1, episode 2.
Did you hear me? I'm living alone! I'm living alone!
What's the matter? Store wouldn't take your stolen credit card.
Can you say, but other than I'm cheating on this one, Home Alone 1 and 2, gotta love them. They are masterpiece films to me and will always be. Yes, Home Alone 2 is a cash-in, but I will love Home Alone 2 because of one man, and that is Tim fucking Curry. Do I even have to explain the story? I'm not going to explain the story. Basically, kid gets left home alone, robbers come, slapstick ensues. It's the greatest comedy ever. Like, every Christmas, I have to watch parts 1 and 2, or my Christmas year is not complete. It's just fantastic. I have been watching it almost every year for 30 years. I never miss it. I love this special. It is one of the greatest specials ever. You can see how Christmassy it looks. Every year, the movie just gets better and better within each watching. Even though I will admit Home Alone 2 is obviously a cash grab, Home Alone 1 is amazing. It is awesome. That's all I'm going to say. These are just great films. I put them on every year. I have to watch them every year. And I always get an enjoyment and a kick and a laugh out of them. The laughter never stops when I'm watching these. I just laugh my ass off almost every time, every chance that they roll these. They are fantastic, wonderful little films, and they were just big. I mean, this is back when Macaulay Culkin ruled the freaking world, and I still love Culkin as an actor. I love almost everyone in this movie. Everyone's performance is fantastic. The punchlines are great. The jokes are just awesome. I like Second's atmosphere, the second Home Alone's atmosphere, especially in that toy store, and especially with the Plaza Hotel with Tim Curry. I kind of wish in Home Alone 2 they just would have done the entire movie with just Tim Curry through the entire thing, and Kevin. I mean, yeah, the retread of him trying to stop the burglars again is a little dull, but you know what? It's just copy and paste with Tim Curry. If they would have added more Tim Curry, I would have loved this one even more, and it probably would have been higher up on the list. These are must-sees every single year, anytime you can. Watch them. If you haven't seen them, then get out of the rock that you're living under and watch them. They are definitely worth your time.
Sprig of mistletoe, and when I turn those lights down low.
Yogi's First Christmas. Talk about a childhood film that I really wish would get a DVD release. I love this movie. It just captures everything I love about the Warner Brothers cartoons, the Cartoon Network cartoons. It's just excellent. I just love the fact that Yogi gets woke up through Christmas, gets to celebrate his first Christmas with his new friends. Huckleberry Hound, who is my favorite little Warner Brother cartoon, is there. Everybody is just excellent. That's all I'm going to say. Everything in this one is just a very warm feeling. I love the setting, the ski slopes, the hotel manager. I get a few laughs out of this one every year. It's one that I constantly have to watch. Though there are some interesting scenes in it, but I don't know. It's just a big, grand adventure. And I kind of wish they put Quick Draw McGraw in the movie, but that's probably the only flaw that I have with this one. Other than that, I love this film to pieces. I've shown it to my kid. I've watched it with my little sister. It's an every year must-see film. And this one is definitely worthy at the number 4 spot. Now, we're moving on to the top 3. How good are the top 3 gonna be? Well, you guys are about to find out.
Hallelujah! Holy shit! Where's the Tylenol?
Yep. Number 3 is a film that everybody has seen, Christmas Vacation. Another Christmas Vacation film. What can I say about this one other than it's a comedic masterpiece? Funnier than Home Alone, and I kind of got more into this one when I was a teenager. I didn't care for it when I was a kid, but man, does it stick with me. I watch it every year. Chevy Chase is just great in this. It's like the holiday Christmas movie from hell. You're there with your family, and not all your family gets along. If you have ever seen this movie and you do celebrate Christmas, you know exactly what I'm talking about here. This is one of those Christmases where you're stuck in the room with the family. You don't really care about giving a shit about seeing or anything like that, and yet the comedic ensues. I think the MVP player out of this is easily Chevy Chase and Randy Quaid. These guys are just a comedic pair, and I was so glad Cousin Eddie got more of an arc in this. Everything about this movie has great little details. Every time I watch it, I see something new that I've never noticed before when I watch it previously. And I've been watching this movie for about 15 to 20 years. I just think it's an excellent Christmas film. It is so fucking funny. I mean, I crack my ribs laughing about every scene. Chevy Chase is just great. You can't help but like him, even though he's a perverted, dirty old man, basically, here. And you can't help but like the family. And some of the little trivia here is fun, too. The old grandma here who can't remember anything, that's Betty Boop. The old man that is married to Betty Boop's voice actress in this is also the old dude from Nightmare Before Christmas, Dr. Finkelstein. Yeah, there's a lot of fun trivia here. Bill Murray's brother is in this. He plays the boss, Brian Doyle Murray. And it's just a fun watch all the way through. Chevy Chase, the entire Griswold family is great. I mean, hell, I have the Welcome to the Mooseland mugs. Yeah, I got the Wally's World mugs in my house that I drink out of every year. I get them out through December, and that's how I drink my coffee or my eggnog or whatever the fuck it is that I like to drink out of there. Screwdrivers. Every year. I mean, it's just great. And this movie is always just one of the best films of all time. I'm not saying it's just one of the best Christmas films of all time. It's one of the best movies ever made. One of the best comedies ever made. I could go on and on about it. I better shut up and move on to number 2.
Santa Claus? Afraid not. I'm just a poor schmo. Got lucky. And sue me if I want to give some back.
Number 2 is a number 2 film, Batman Returns. Yeah, ever since the Nostalgia Critic review, a lot of people didn't know that this one was a Christmas movie. Hell, I even forgot when I was in my Batman phase in my early years that it was a Christmas movie, but it's a great Christmas movie. Oh my god, it's like mixing Halloween and Christmas together, even though it's basically been done with Nightmare Before Christmas, but who cares? This is not only one of the greatest Christmas movies ever, it's the best Batman movie ever by far. I just love the dark atmosphere. Everyone does a fantastic job. Danny DeVito, Michael Keaton, Michelle Pfeiffer, Christopher fucking Walken. How can you go wrong? This is the essential Christmas film. It used to be my favorite. I used to watch it every freaking Christmas. I still do. I watch it at least 3 times throughout the year. That's how much I love this one. To me, this one is just right up there with the greatest films of all time. And yeah, it's a mess if you think about it, with the Penguin and his backstory and stuff like that. It is a completely jumbled mess, but man, it's just so Christmassy everywhere. I mean, it is like Christmas at its darkest, and without intending to be so dark. I mean, there are Christmas horror movies like Silent Night, Deadly Night, or Black Christmas, and I don't mean that shitty-ass remake, that make this movie excellent. This is a movie that was supposed to be for a younger audience, and it became one of the most twisted, evil films of all time. And the fun fact is, McDonald's ran a toy line of it, and they canceled it out because of its dark imagery. My God, I just really enjoy this movie so much. And when Nostalgia Critic finally reviewed it on a Nostalgia Critic December, I was just more than happy it finally got acknowledged as a Christmas movie. It's basically like Die Hard. A lot of people don't realize it's Christmas until after you pop it in and realize, hey, it's happening on Christmas. There's even a Christmas Halloween costume party going on. I don't know, beat for beat, I love this film, and I have went on and on about it in my worst to best Batman movies. To me, it's still the greatest Batman movie ever. Now, if this is number 2, and I'm sitting here loving it, what could be number 1? Well, I don't think you guys are gonna be able to guess what number 1 is, because it's a shock even to me.
Over there, look on this fair, this rare, this simple treasure.
Number 1 is 1 Hour in Wonderland. And what is 1 Hour in Wonderland? Well, time for a little history lesson on this one. This was a special hosted by Disney on Christmas Eve about getting his movie financed of Alice in Wonderland, the big world premiere. It involved Charlie MacArthur and the guy with the puppets whose name I can't remember. I don't remember his voice, guys, but if you know who Charlie McCarthy is, you know who this is. This is one of the best Christmas specials ever, with Walt Disney as the host and it taking place on Christmas. There is just so much Christmas atmosphere everywhere. To celebrate the Christmas party or the release of Alice in Wonderland, one of my favorite little actresses are in here too, Catherine Beaumont, who just is a regular darling in this. Also, Bobby Driscoll, Peter Pan fame, is in this. And on top of all that, Hans Conrad plays the magic mirror on the wall. And what it is basically is just Disney hosting this party, or a tea party as he says, while he shows off shorts. It's one of the prototypes that Disney would do for their Halloween specials. And being hosted by the man behind the mouse himself, it's just a great Christmas treat to watch. I love the specials, and I love the acting from the actors that's going on here. Catherine Beaumont does a fantastic job as Alice. I mean, it's just so nice to see the actual voice, the actress behind the voice. She is lovely. That's all I'm going to say. Bobby Driscoll, who actually kind of looks like Peter Pan from the 50s version, is great too. Hans Conrad is wonderful as the mirror, the wicked stepmother's mirror. Walt Disney himself is a ham in this, but I just love his personality. He definitely captures what people liked about him. He is the face of Disney for a reason, and he was able to put on a fantastic fucking show. All to celebrate the release. There's also a little Coca-Cola ad in there that he joined up with, and they sponsor it, and it just doesn't seem forced at all. It all seems natural. It is really the spirit of Christmas. And it has remained my favorite. How I came across this special is a pretty good mystery. My mom at the time, when I was about 12 or 13, had bought the Alice in Wonderland 2-disc special edition DVD set that came out in about 2004. I was curious because I love Alice in Wonderland, the original. It is one of my favorite Disney films of all time. It's in my top 5s. And I decided to look on the special features because I wanted to know more about it. I seen this little presentation on disc 2 called 1 Hour Wonderland, and I watched it and found out it was a Christmas special. So I make time to watch it every single year with my little sister as much as we can. The whole reason I own the Alice in Wonderland Blu-ray is because of this feature. I am in love with this special, and I think it embodies every single thing about Christmas. If you haven't seen it yet, give it a shot. It is on YouTube, and though the Disney specials are cut out, the cartoons, the black and white footage is still there, and it is still available to watch. This one is worthy of being the greatest Christmas special of all time in my book, and I will stand by this decision. So that's about it. That's my top 12 favorite Christmas specials. But don't worry, I'm not done yet, because I have another worst to best ranking coming out, and it's going to make you thirsty for more. That's all I'm going to say.